Good evening, everyone. I am your reporter for tonight, and my topic is all about Trojan War. According to classical sources, the war began after the abduction or elopement of Queen Helen of Sparta by the Trojan prince Paris. Helen's jilted husband, Menelaus, convinced his brother Agamemnon, king of Mycenae, to lead an expedition to retrieve her. Trojan War was caused by Paris, son of the Trojan king, and Helen, wife of the Greek king Menelaus, when they went off together to Troy. To get her back, Menelaus sought help from his brother Agamemnon, who assembled a Greek army to defeat Troy. One of the most famous Greek myths balancing between reality and fiction is the Trojan War, infamous all over the world due to Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. Trojan War still stirs people's fantasy and artists' creative imagination. The myth of the Trojan War originates from a quarrel between the three goddesses, Athena, Aphrodite, and Hera. They were arguing on who is the most beautiful among them. Ares, the deity of strife, gave them a golden apple, bearing the praise to the fairest. She sent them to Paris, prince of Troy, known for his beauty, to choose who the fairest is. Paris chose Aphrodite, and the myth says that Aphrodite promised to Paris that the most beautiful woman of the world would fall for him. How the Trojan War was started. The most beautiful woman on earth at that time was Helen, wife of Menelaus of Sparta, brother of Agamemnon. Helen, who stayed in history as Helen of Troy, met Paris, who came with a delegation to Sparta, fell in love with him and followed him to Troy, regardless of his husband and the consequences to come. Greeks were infuriated by the abduction of gorgeous Helen and decided to invade Troy. Since the issue was pan-Hellenic, Menelaus and Agamemnon gathered all major generals from all state countries in Greece in order to take revenge for Paris' insult. Achilles, Odysseus, Ajax, and many more generals brought their armies, and Greeks sailed for Troy. The Trojan War lasted for 10 years as the city of Troy was enduring the siege. Many heroes died, and Homer describes the battles and deaths of the heroes in the most graphic and thrilling way. After the death of many heroes like Achilles, Hector, and more, the war seemed to be heading to a dead end. There was no victory, too many losses, and both armies were too tired. Then the ingenious and resourceful mind of Odysseus, Ulysses in Latin, gave the solution. Greeks constructed the Trojan horse, a huge wooden horse that they offered to the city of Troy. They removed their boats as if they had left the area and left the horse to the Trojans, who were happy to see the Greeks gone and didn't think wisely. They allowed the horse in the city and started celebrating for their victory. During night, though, when everyone was drunk and tired, Greeks came out from the horse and slaughtered Trojans, desecrated the temples, and stole the gold and gifts from rich city. Of course, these acts were enough to earn the wrath of the gods. Thus, few Greeks managed to come back to Greece without problems. And that's all. Thank you.